He built a company worth $200 million. Everyone called him a visionary. He felt like a fraud. Every report on his desk said the same thing. Growth is slowing. His managers blamed the market. His board blamed the economy. Nobody blamed the man signing every decision from the top floor. One night, alone in his office, he asked himself a question. When did I last actually see how my company works? He couldn't remember. It had been years since he walked the floor. So he made a decision nobody would understand. He was going to disappear, not resign, not take a break, disappear completely. He shaved his head, grew a beard, changed his name. He applied for a janitor job at his own company. HR didn't recognize him. Nobody did. He looked like a stranger. He was hired for minimum wage, mop in hand, badge at his waist. His first night, he cleaned the same office he used to run. He saw sticky notes on desks, complaints, frustrations, fear. He read messages employees never dared say to his face. New policy makes no sense. Nobody explains why we do this. I haven't felt proud of my work in months. He felt something twist in his chest. Shame, maybe, or truth. Week 2, he started talking to people, just small talk. A woman in accounting told him she hadn't had a raise in 3 years. A young engineer said his ideas got ignored in every meeting. A security guard said no executive had ever said his name. Every conversation was a mirror, and the reflection wasn't kind. He kept mopping floors by day, taking notes by night. He wrote down every broken process, every silence, every fear. Month 1 became month 3. Then month 3 became month 6. He learned things no consultant, no report, no dashboard ever told him. He learned that people don't quit companies. They quit feeling invisible. He learned that fear doesn't build loyalty. It only builds silence. He learned that efficiency often just meant nobody had time to think. Every night he asked the same question. How did I miss this? And slowly, an uncomfortable answer started forming. It wasn't the market. It wasn't his managers. It wasn't the economy. The real bottleneck in the entire company was him. His decisions, his distance, his refusal to listen. He had built walls of comfort so thick he stopped seeing people. He had mistaken authority for understanding. That truth hit harder than any bad quarter ever had. But he didn't run from it. He wrote it down and kept working. Month 8, he started small experiments, quiet ones, no one traced to him. He left anonymous suggestions in break rooms. Some were ignored, but a few reached the right people, and small changes happened. A broken process got fixed. Nobody knew who started it. He watched morale shift in tiny, invisible ways. He realized something powerful. Real change doesn't need a title. It needs attention. It needs humility. It needs presence. Month 10, he began writing a new plan for the company. Not from spreadsheets, from conversations, from mop buckets and break rooms. He mapped every problem to the people actually living it. For the first time in years, his plan felt real. Month 12, his year as a janitor came to an end. He walked into a board meeting nobody expected him at. He wasn't in a suit. He still had calluses on his hands. He said, "I've spent a year learning what none of you know." The room went silent. Some board members looked confused, others afraid. He explained everything: the silence, the fear, the disconnect at the top. Then he said the sentence that changed the company forever. The biggest problem in this company was me. Not the market, not the managers, not the economy. Him. He proposed a new way of running things, leadership on the floor, executives spending real time with the people doing real work. Some board members resisted. Change always meets resistance first. But he pushed forward because he had lived the proof himself. Over the next year, the culture began to shift. Managers started listening before deciding. Meetings got shorter, more honest. Employees who once stayed silent started speaking up. The woman in accounting finally got her raise and a promotion. The young engineer's idea became one of the company's biggest products. The security guard's name was printed on the company's first thank you wall. Revenue didn't just recover, it grew faster than ever before. But the real transformation wasn't in the numbers. It was in a company that finally saw its own people. Years later, he still spends 1 week a year working the floor. No disguise needed anymore. Everyone knows why he does it. He says it keeps him honest, keeps him human, keeps him awake. Because titles can blind you faster than any failure can. And the most dangerous thing a leader can lose isn't power. It's the ability to see clearly. Somewhere right now, someone is running something, a team, a family, a life. And somewhere in that life, there's a truth they're avoiding. Maybe you're not the market. Maybe you're not bad luck. Maybe, like him, you are the variable you haven't examined. Real growth doesn't start with fixing everyone else. It starts with the terrifying honesty of fixing yourself first. He fired himself from being the problem and hired himself as the solution. That's the trade every real leader eventually has to make. The question is, are you willing to make it before it's too late?